back. Tom Hanks, Adele, Kris Jenner and the Obamas have more in common than wealth and fame. They can legally marry couples. While their services aren't available to us ordinary folk, these Australian stars are.
Valentine's Day today, it's the biggest day of the year for marriage proposals, so look out, it could be you. My phone will be ringing hot tonight. Hello, Greg Evans. Yes, I am free that day.
The dating show host, still playing Cupid.
A big, huge clappy for Tracy.
The famous actress doing it too. The reality show star.
To pronounce you legally married.
The weatherman.
So here we are today.
The kids' cartoon host.
To be here officiating today's ceremony.
The socialite.
Love is all there is.
Heavens, even a mystery, a current affair reporter is doing it.
Love is in the air and it's not going to stop.
Well, it certainly hasn't for Greg Evans.
What have you got? You got a perfect match.
Yes, he was a household name in the 80s. As host of the hit TV show Perfect Match, and long before Tinder, Greg hooked people up nightly. Married off a dozen of them too. And he had a few flops.
I was not attracted to Phil at all. I couldn't even see myself kissing him or even holding his hand.
When the show ended, he continued to be the love god.
Greg Evans is my name, and I am an authorised marriage celebrant. Mark, will you take Debbie, of your own free choice, to be your lawful wedded wife?
I will.
Even marrying off the hostess of his show, Debbie Newsome.
And to think Mark didn't even need 10 seconds to think about it. Cupid has played a big role in my life, there's no doubt about that.
Now, decades on as a celebrity celebrant, he's married off
Hundreds. I've married hundreds of couples. I don't treat it lightly. I think it's a wonderful privilege, and I've loved every marriage that I've done.
Were you afraid at any stage he may have upstaged you a little because he's a celebrity?
No, we were happy with that. He kept the entertainment going.
Last month, he married Jocelyn and Brian.
There were a lot of people in our family and friends that would have remembered him. So the things he was saying, they were laughing their head off, and it was awesome.
For me, it's like a small television show. You know, the bride and groom are the stars of the show. I'm the compere, the guest of the audience. And as long as we put on a good show, the only thing you can't do is say, we'll see you same time next week.
The Greg is just one of many celeb celebrants.
Real housewives, a barrister, a mother to these children,
Yeah.
and then a marriage celebrant. You're
love
busy.
It. I love it so much.
When she finishes filming Real Housewives, Gina Liano puts a bit of glitz and glamour into a stranger's wedding.
Anyone who contacts me has obviously seen me on The Real Housewives, and they know that I've got a bit of slapstick sort of comedy about me at times.
Hard to believe she's also a barrister.
During the week, there's this stress that I have to manage and tension, and then on the weekend there's just this joy.
Singer and actor
So you're trying to tell me that
Toddy Goldsmith loves her third job just as much and thinks she knows why people love engaging her.
When I did my first wedding, and I went, got it. I'm so meant to do this. It was so amazing. And it brings in so much of what I've done, which is radio and theatre and MC work.
At my age, you've got to reinvent. Because you also have use-by dates.
Glen Marie Frost was once a high-flying businesswoman and popular socialite of the 80s. But this, she says, is better than all of that.
All I'm doing is creating love. I'm writing love stories about people. I probably would make more money out of Mills and Boon, but, you know, that's another thing.
Now, it's no surprise we're seeing the rise of celebrity celebrants. After all, Australia not only invented the Victor mower and the Hills hoist, but we introduced the concept of someone other than a church official marrying loving couples. Today, we do more civil unions than church ones. And don't think for a moment these celebs are just doing it on a whim for a bit of cash when times are tough.
My exams are 80 hours. I had a whole day of legals.
There's Mike Larkin, the TV weatherman in Melbourne.
What's not to love about Elizabeth?
Shura Taff, the kids' TV personality.
Before you are joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses.
And by day, our Steve Marshall is chasing undesirables down the street. But when he bundies off, he too becomes the love god. The reporter come marriage celebrant, even married off Sylvia Jeffries.
It's cynical times we live in. Marriage is still important, isn't it?
Yeah, which is a really nice thing. I think what I've found is I've married people that have been together for years, people that have had kids, and it's like a platform for the next phase of the relationship. And there's also there's a lot of old-fashioned younger people around. They've got some sort of traditional old-fashioned thing, and it's important for them to express to their family and friends that this relationship is so important to them. And so marriage is, facilitates that.
And with that, let's give the final word to old Cupid himself.
Valentine's Day today, love is in the air. And my tip for a successful marriage, laughter. Given that there's love, just keep laughing and it'll last forever.
Good advice. Happy Valentine's Day. You'll find those Celebrants details on our homepage.